Is solar even worth it in Idaho? Here's what you need to know in 2025. We're not exactly Florida, and our power bills here are not even as high as many other states. So, does it really make sense here? I'm Mitch from Big Dog Solar, and we grew up here. Our headquarters are right in Pocatello, and we've done installs anywhere from small little homes to big agricultural projects and commercial jobs. Even our headquarters are solar powered, of course. We're going to rate the state in 3 distinct areas: energy prices, available sun hours, and financial incentives or programs, and we're going to give each section a score on a scale of 1 to 10. Idahoans are asking more questions than ever. As utility rates climb and policies change, it can be confusing, and it's hard to know if the math still pencils out. My hope is that by the end of this video, you'll be able to understand more of how solar works and how looking at these 3 criteria will give you a good idea on whether or not solar could be beneficial for you. We even have a special tool. As we go through the following information, it's important to remember that Idaho has some distinct geographic differences from the northern panhandle to the central mountain range or eastern western Idaho. So wherever you live, just bear that in mind. Idaho Power and Rocky Mountain Power are the 2 biggest utility companies in the state, but there are dozens of others all across Idaho. And over 130,000 homes in Idaho have already gone solar. So, topic number 1, energy rates or electricity rates. Traditionally, Idaho has been relatively cost-effective with energy prices. But in the last 3 years, those prices have gone up nearly 20%. And Idaho Power and Rocky Mountain Power both been on record saying that they plan on proposing additional increases in the very near future. So the trend is on the rise. That means that if you're a homeowner and you're looking into solar, it might be a good opportunity to lock in those rates now and protect yourself from some of those additional costs that are coming down the pipe. So given all of this, we're giving Idaho a 7.5 out of 10 on the energy rate section. Section 2, sunlight exposure or available sun hours. Now, Idaho isn't as sunny as Arizona or California or Florida, but it's actually right in line with Colorado, which is widely known as a very solar-friendly state. However, it's also important to know that when you look at Idaho, like I mentioned before, there are some distinct geographic area differences. So, for example, in the Treasure Valley and Boise area, you're going to have some milder climates and maybe a little bit better production on a daily basis of solar. And in the central mountain range, you're probably going to have a lot more snowpack and maybe more cloudy days, but all that can be accounted for when you use the right tools, right understanding in designing the solar system. So again, this score might vary from region to region within the state, but overall, we give the state an 8 out of 10 on sun hours. Category number 3, incentives or financial programs. Idaho has some good incentives available. For example, you can deduct up to $20,000 from your taxable income when you file your state taxes. Secondly, there are some really good low-interest loans available that make purchasing solar very affordable. Also, Idaho does have net metering. Some of those policies have been changing, but in a lot of areas with different utility companies, there's some really good net metering benefits available. And there is the federal ITC, or the investment tax credit, where you can deduct 30% of your costs from your taxes owed to the federal government. So, add all of that up, and for the financial incentives, we give Idaho a 7 out of 10. So to wrap it all up, going solar in Idaho isn't necessarily a no-brainer, but it's not necessarily a bad bet either. With rising rate hikes, a good amount of sun hours, and some financial benefits to help get you into solar, it's definitely worth looking into and see if the math can pencil out and it works for your home. If you have any other questions, just give us a call.